Suddenly Ducks. I'm Bermuda.
And I'm Phil, and today we're playing Shadowrun. Now over to Warren.
Alright. Give me a second just to find something. Okay, so where we left off. Yeah, it was last week. It's just we did like a talk through thing. This week you guys are, as I said, we're starting off. You're in Shanghai, as referenced by the change in the background. What you're doing this week is you're working for Aaron through a representative of him, which he has hired to lead you here, which is this fellow here, Mr. Fang. You met, quote unquote, him in a abandoned warehouse factory in Baoshan the other day, and he gave you the details of what your mission in Shanghai is. You're here to find and eliminate this man, Bao Zhao, who is, according to Mr. Fang, a somewhat influential leader of a triad group in Shanghai, and you're also to apprehend his data. The way this is going to happen is Aaron has facilitated through some secret maneuvers to essentially bring Bao Zhao into the public spotlight, as he's a very solitary figure who's very rarely ever seen, and his exact location is almost never known. So it's now known that he's going to have to directly be a part of a large tournament that happens in the underground of Shanghai every year called the Challenge. And it's essentially like Urban Brawl, except all the fights are to the death, and there are almost no rules except what you can bring to the table. To get you into this tournament, or at least to pose you as combatants in this tournament, the first part of your mission in Shanghai is going to involve breaking into a Wujing data haven located in one of their skyscrapers downtown, and to essentially put yourselves in as competitors because it's too late to buy your way in. Also, the money trails are basically looked over, and it will become suspicious if it's obvious that one of Aaron's many facilitators essentially bought your way in. So the only way to do this is by essentially planting you in already in the system, so that no questions will be asked and no trails can be followed. So to do this, you're going to break into Wujing under the watchful eye of Mr. Fang, who has promised essentially a miracle in terms of matrix intrusion. He's going to take down a AAA host for the better part of 20 minutes and give you the time you need to essentially get in there and do what needs to be done. I forgot to mention, and he also stipulates, which I forgot to mention in the last meeting, this can't be as obvious as you guys breaking in. If you simply break in and go to one area and do one thing, they'll very obviously find out that you've entered yourselves into this, and they'll inform the people who are in power and hold this tournament every year that you've essentially illegally infiltrated it, and your names will be stricken, and they'll be on the lookout for anyone trying to infiltrate them. So to make it look like you're there for ulterior reasons, Mr. Fang has basically stipulated that your best course of action would be to also look through the archives of the data haven and see if you can find some information that would be worth stealing, or some way to cause ancillary damage to Ujing to make it look like the run was for other reasons, or at least to cover your tracks to some degree. So he doesn't know what you can find because, you know, he's a Matrix professional. It doesn't mean he's a god, so he doesn't know what they have there, so you're going to have to think on your feet and come up with some way to make it look like it was for different reasons. Besides that, you guys scoped the building. You found out it had its extensive security, mostly in the Matrix and the Astral. The Matrix part is supposedly going to be handled by Mr. Feng, and you just gotta have to trust that he can do what he says he can. That is, unless Aaron has set you up to deliberately fall for some reason, which you can't put out of the back of your minds either. That's a possibility. As for the Astral, you saw that most of the spirits were located on very specific parts of the building, and that the Astral barriers were also at very specific parts of the building. So long as you avoid the greater majority of them and stick to what you need to do, you should be okay. But like I said, you have to come up with another target while you're there to make it look like it was for different reasons. Okay, so does anyone have any questions?
Do we know of like any main competitors of the Wujing?
Every single Japanocorp hates swoojing.
Alright, could I put to memory one of their logos?
What, like, you're gonna just plant one of their logos?
No, like I'm gonna take a can of spray paint and just spray it all over the office we break in.
That's like super stupidly obvious.
That's how AAA Corps operate.
Yeah,
They
that's how the
tag their
people who
fucking logo.
secretly rule the
Yep.
world like Illuminati do shit. They like tag. their
Obviously,
shit.
yeah.
Just coming up with suggestions.
It's a stupid suggestion.
How about a bomb? How about we blow the fucking
Go
building
sit
off?
in the corner, Ollie. Put on the hat.
Be right back.
I mean, when we're there, we can just case the server contents and just pull something that would be valuable. Then it makes sense.
Yeah, just pull random valuable stuff.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so if no one has any questions, we'll get right down to the actual session. So, if you guys who don't know anything about Wujing want to know more, you can read about them there. I also updated the news if anyone wants to look through that. It's mostly just fluff, but there are some interesting things that might lead to future things that you guys can leave to your own devices. Right, so on what night are you planning to do this? Because it's been like 1 day since you met with Mr. Fang and did everything else you need to do, so you're planning to hit it like straight the next night, or?
I
Sounds
think
like a plan.
we were going to wait for people to recover Edge and then do it. Like, so however long that would take.
Yeah, well, it'll only be 1 day, because I think only Kix and Amber were down 1 edge each, I think.
Yeah.
Yep, so there'd be no reason to drag it out then. Also, I looked up that plant I was on about. It's called Haven Lily. It doesn't, rules as written, it doesn't get them high. I think they were just using that in this particular GM's game. It creates like a mana ebb around it.
Fair enough. So anything else you guys want to plan for or try to do before you go?
Okay, so what we were going to do, it was like end of shift shit, right? When the lieutenant was leaving, someone bumped into him, sleight of hand, his card away. Use that to get into the like security staircase, go to the right floor, have Kix there, do all the Matrix shit, get out scot-free.
Yep, that seems to be what I remember the plan was, yeah. And if things go to shit, I think the idea was mini welders all the way.
Yeah, like 3 people with mini welders up there.
Oh yeah, did we buy parachutes as well?
Oh yeah, I bought a wingsuit.
We did.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you became a jet, I forgot that part.
Yep.
Oh yeah, there it is, parachute.
So I guess, are we all going to be going in? I mean, because if Kix is going in, it's like... We're going after our hours anyway, aren't we?
Well, you do know that the data haven you're going to is an off-the-network archive, essentially. So the only way to actually do anything with it is to be in the room where it is, so you will need someone with Matrix skills to do it. So.
Yeah, it's just in terms of like the foot traffic going through the office at the particular time we go in. We're gonna,
well, I think you're planning to go quite late, and it does operate on a normal office hours, so it will have the obvious people who will be working all night or late night, but for the most part, it dies down significantly during the night. So.
Okay. Because we kind of stand out as a group.
Slightly, yes.
Who? We? No.
Like, we could just enter one at a time, then meet in the stairwell. Instead of, like, all walking in, and then,
We need,
So, Mr. Fang, in order to start the run, you have to essentially call him on the little device he gave you. And when you tell him you're ready, he will initiate the shutdown that will send the host into anarchy, basically, and disable pretty much every device that's linked to it. So you need to tell him what to do that, and he estimates you have about 20 minutes, give or take. A minute or two.
How long does it take to run up 20, 30, 50 flights of stairs? Sorry.
It'll take a couple of minutes, not gonna lie. Maybe...
Yeah.
Well, it depends how fast you guys are, really. Who's the slowest in you that's gonna be actually going, so...
Probably
Tex has 5 agility.
I think Kix is the slowest of us. Plus she's going
She can do that
upstairs
crazy
with
sprint
horse
thing,
legs.
though.
I have.
Can I just carry her? Since we established she was Shetland pony size.
I have 3 agility, but I'm not sure if I'm going because I'm probably just bringing my drones.
You could just send your drones in.
How odd would it be that, like, I assume we like take it in with in a bag of some kind. We don't just fly the drone in through the door, right?
Yeah, I mean it's got an AK on its back, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
wouldn't be flying it around.
Briefcase drone.
Well, you're probably not going to go through the front door. There's several other entrances, and as soon as he initiates the matrix, shutdown, essentially, a lot of these doors are going to be mostly completely unguarded, so it'll just be the remote devices that take RFID passcodes that might be a problem if you don't have one.
Yeah, I just figure we'll be sitting outside at like the staff entrance or whatever, wait for a lieutenant to come out, arm him, and then use that to get inside.
Yep, sure. So lieutenants are coming in and out all the time, like every couple of hours. So one comes off duty as another one comes in. So any one of these could be panned quite easily for their key. But like I said, bear in mind they have you already know they have a very extensive sort of security network that monitors where everybody is with passcodes, but you're basically banking on the fact that Mr. Fang is going to shut these down, so...
Yeah, we can call him pretty much the moment we get the key card, so...
Yeah. Right, so who's actually going to go inside and who's staying outside, just so I can remember that?
Kix has to go inside.
Okay.
Tex will go inside.
Outside.
I'm
I'll go
going.
inside. Wingsuit at the ready.
How about you, Chris?
I'm not really sure. I'm not that fast.
I'll think about it. Ollie, how about you?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
What's your agility?
4.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, I'm going.
You have more than me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you guys wait until it's fairly late at night. What hour are you thinking about going in? Like everything after about 12 o'clock starts to slow down significantly.
Maybe hit it like 2 AM?
Okay. So at about 2 AM, you guys drive up. I presume you're going up in the rented car you had and parking it a few streets away.
Yeah.
As per
so.
normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys drive there in the billowing rain, which you guys can see in the picture there, and that's a pretty good idea of what the building looks like. It's the central one there. Except imagine a big giant Wuxing lotus thing on the top of it. It's the building itself has been designed to sort of spiral up, sort of like a flower going up into the sky, even though it sort of gives off a very different vibe in the foggy, acrid, sort of pollutant smoke of Shanghai. Looks more like a weed growing out of the horrible bedrock around it, essentially. It's a very ominous tower, and like the second you're going to it, you're getting the distinct impression that you've entered a different league of Shadowrun, to say the least, and things have become clearly next level is the best way to describe it. By the way, the people who have like lower edge, just increase your edge because it should alter your edge on all your other tokens.
By the way, just before we carry on with this, can we get a disguise check? Like, do us all up so we look like less out of place.
Yeah, sure, you can totally
and different for the cameras.
So Dex, if you want to just do a general disguise check for everybody else, like try and make them look different than what they are, like
make us all look Chinese.
Yeah.
Just make Kix look Native American again.
Question 1: how many days have we been in Shanghai? So.
Well, this will be your second day.
All right, so that.
So yeah, the giant Wuxing mega tower looms in front of you, and the entire area around it is essentially devoted to the passage of traffic to and from the tower. Wuxing personnel coming in and out of the door. Even at this late hour, it's still quite active. Not nearly as boisterous as it was earlier, but there's still a good degree of traffic in and out, especially on foot level. You look reasonably different. You look like Asian variations of yourself.
He's going shirtless, and I put the woman's face on his belly, using his belly button for a mouth, and it looks like she's holding a massive backpack duffel bag. We've just dressed up the rest of Giant as a duffel bag.
Sounds legit.
Okay, so you guys park off, and Murdoch enters one of his drones, and commands the rest
Give him the
to
flying.
follow it. Yeah. Are you standing in the Doberman, the ground one, the tracked one?
Do you
that
guys
you
think
have?
he'll need the Doberman as well? Think it'll get in the way? I don't think it has a no, I
It
think
can't fly or anything. So.
Yeah, I'd say
No.
stick with the flying one. It's more
Okay, wicked.
versatile.
Cool. On with that.
Doberman go upstairs.
Yeah, it can, because it has like 4 tracked legs that it goes upstairs with and stuff like that. But I mean, if you guys want to jump out a window, which maybe that's why you have parachutes.
If it's like
Probably
the
wouldn't
year
be a good idea.
2075 and drones can't get upstairs, I fucking despair for this universe.
Yeah. Most drones are on like drones that are tracked like that have quadruped legs as well with the tracks at the end of them, so they can maneuver upstairs. So. Okay, so you guys observe for a while, and you see what is clearly about half an hour after you like stop there and sit in the rain. Most of you getting pelted pretty hard, and the rain sort of leaves you with a smelling sort of light numb sensation, and you can tell that that's because most of the rain is acid rain to a certain degree, and most of the populace of Shanghai use chemical repellent sort of umbrellas and things to essentially avoid it as much as they can, and most of their clothes is laced with like chem seal repellent and things like that. So you guys sit in the rain for a while, getting soaked and a little bit burnt by the acid, not too badly. It mostly just like numbs you, as I said. And after about half an hour, you see what is definitely a shift change, and at least 20 or so guys wearing Wujing overalls are leaving. Most of them look like maintenance. The odd guy looks like security. But what you've been waiting for sort of stands out, and one guy who's definitely middling age and definitely has the look of an officer who's finishing up a duty roster, punches his own name into the AOR system, and then gets ready to head off, disabling his passkey and then pocketing it. But you know that this won't matter. The only thing that will matter is that once the matrix system is down, any passkey will work because none of the readers will be looking for ones that have been taken off the system because the system won't exist. So if you want to grab this guy, he's heading for what looks like his car, which is parked across the street in the large multi-story car park that goes quite far up and down into the ground, and you can tell he'll be gone in the next few minutes if you don't take the chance to take his pass code now, basically.
Should I change my face so I look like him again?
Fucking
Yes.
mindfuck is real. Yeah.
That would be awesome.
But do you have time to like study
Well,
his
we don't
face
want to
and
alert
change
them,
your
so...
face?
Yeah, no, I was joking. I'll just try to sneakily pickpocket him, basically.
Do you
Alright,
want,
so-
since Kix is here, do you want her to kind of like walk out into his field of view so he'll just like maybe stare at her for a moment, maybe just
The
buy you a
classic
little bit of
horse
time?
distraction.
Yes. I don't
Like
even
a
know if
shirtless
that makes
centaur
sense.
walks by. He's like, "What?"
What the hell is that?
So do you plan to like basically bump into this guy and palm him, or do you plan to stealth up and like fiddle through his pocket?
Yeah, have you seen the first Ocean's 11 when Matt Damon is like stealing people's wallets?
Mm-hmm.
Just like kind of bumps into him and snatches the wallet in the moment of contact.
So that's the plan. Okay.
Yeah, one of those.
All right. So the street's fairly busy. So I mean, people bump into each other by accident all the time. So if you do it well, he won't notice. So go ahead and make the palming check if you're going to walk up in the rain and just like gently bump into him.
Oh, what is my physical limit?
Just reminds me of that meme where the guy goes to slap the orc and rolls a natural 1 and gently caresses his face.
And he feels awkward. Yeah.
Yeah.
The orc is uncomfortable.
Dex is just going to gently cup this guy's crotch and be like, well, what have I done?
On the money.
Okay. So palming is like an opposed thing. Yeah. Pretty sure it is.
Probably opposed by like textile perception or something.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Okay, let me look up this perception.
Textile perception, Aaron.
Yeah, the feeling.
Okay. Alright, so you knock into this guy, and he sort of like brushes and pushes you back a bit, like sort of angrily, and speaks in very quick Cantonese that watch where you're going, moron, and then sort of like continues walking on. Clearly, he hasn't noticed you fiddling through his pocket.
Yeah, I'll mumble something in Cantonese back to him as I walk away.
Okay, so you rifle through his pockets very quickly, where you saw he put the passcode, and you grab the first sort of laminated key you could see, and it is indeed a passcode, and it has an RFID chip embedded in it, and you can see that this is definitely his security clearance code. Right now, it's completely inactive though, or you know the system has essentially shut it out because it knows he's left work. But as I said, with the system down, it won't be able to tell the difference anymore between what's active and what's not. So looks like everything is ready to go. Right now, the entrance the exit, the employee entrance, you guys saw them leave from, is unoccupied and the door is closed. You can see that there is a sophisticated camera array just above the door that stripes along the building. So now would be the time to call up Mr. Fang and tell him to hit it. And then you have about 20 minutes, give or take a couple of minutes, to finish the run.
Yep, so I guess one of us puts the call through.
Yeah, so I think Kix has the thing, right?
The thing?
Yeah, the
Oh,
the
thing to contact him, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Beep boop boop.
Yeah, so it establishes a secure connection in less than a couple of seconds, and the AOR display of Mr. Fang pops out again and says, "I trust everything is ready."
We are ready, fire away.
He says, "Give me a moment, this won't take long. This comlink will beep twice with a notification when it's ready," and then his image disappears again.
Oh, well, that was okay.
Well, if you want to ask something, you can ask something.
I did at least just want to ask him politely if he could just keep in contact somehow to let us know when we're maybe running out of time, if he knows that, or just give us a warning if it's like.
You can patch him into your network if you want, so he can talk directly with you.
Yeah.
Sure. If everybody is comfortable with him doing that.
Yep.
Okay, so he can talk to you directly. So after a few moments, a few minutes, that seemed like an eternity. The comlink beeps twice, and he says in a sort of weary voice, "It's done." And you can't tell if anything has changed. So far as you can see, the camera hasn't, iconically duped or anything to show it's offline. But so far as you can tell, everything has been shut down, and you can tell right now, if it's true, any Matrix security inside the building will be desperately trying to contact their superiors. So you have precious few minutes to get in there before the confusion breaks. So I guess you guys run to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you run to the door, and the mag lock that closes the door has a AOR passcode that is needed to enter, and you can tell it says in broken Cantonese. Well, you can tell in your broken Cantonese text that it says, "Please give identification."
So yeah, I try the key card.
Okay, so you just flash it in front of the hour display. A few small humming and clicks go off on the door, and the maglock seal on the door, disengages, and the door flies open a few inches, and you guys can get inside.
Hey, it worked.
Okay, so heading into the building, you're on the lowest, one of the lower floors. The employee entrance is probably about on the second floor, just away from the main foyer, where most of the people come in and talk to the receptionists, sign their names and whatnot. You can guess this is to avoid clashes between customers and people just simply coming to work. So you appear to be what is sort of a back room. It's a long corridor. It's got the sleek, elaborate office, corporate sort of construction you would imagine from Wu Jing, but with the Oriental sort of design that they're well known for. So going down, you can see several signs in Cantonese text that seem to lead to various offices, changing rooms, meeting areas, and general points of ingress for the different employees coming into work. Most of them seem to be maintenance staff or security. You can guess that probably the business guys come in straight through the door or come in through VTOL and probably very rarely even walk their way here. So you do see something that points out as being a stairwell, and you guess that this is probably the way you have to go. Unless you guys want to dress up as like janitorial stuff or something before you go.
Yeah, I dress my rotor drone up in a janitorial outfit.
Put a broom on it.
Its weapon mount is replaced with a broom. Yeah.
What was the maid from Jetsons?
Rosie?
Yeah, just dress her up like Rosie.
What were you asking, Joss?
I'm just saying they probably don't have my size.
Probably not, yeah.
What, old woman? I'm sure you're not too small.
Alright, so unless you guys want to go to one of the many locker rooms, changing rooms, employee recreation areas, or anything like that, the stairwell is ahead of you. Okay, so you guys get to the stairwell, and once again it asks for an RFID pass code card again, Tex?
Yeah, Tex will try the key card.
Yep. With a very brief clink, the door unseals itself, and you guys enter the stairwell. So the stairwell is a long, sort of semi-rectangular but oval edged staircase. It's very elaborate. That goes up for forever as far as you're concerned. When you look at the stairwell, it just seems to go on and on and on forever. So you guys know that where you need to go is on the 55th floor, which is quite a large walk up. So it seems you guys can head most of the way up before you reach anything like a security door of any kind. So I presume you guys just start heading up.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys spend the better part of nearly 5 minutes walking all the way up the stairs. It takes a significant effort for those of you who aren't used to physical exertion to get all the way up there. But you managed to make it up, and once you reached the 30th floor, you reached your first security sort of junction area. But once again, Tex's key that he lifted from the lieutenant works again, and the door unlocks without much objection. So you guys go up the next 20 or so floors until you get to the area where you know the security section is. And once again, you use the key. And it seems that this is working better than you could have expected. It seems Mr. Fang has come true for you. Until finally you reach the last 5 floors and rocket up past the security, not even having to go through it because all the systems are down and it can't tell one key from another. And you eventually get up to the floor where the supposed data haven is stored and the payday you're looking for. So I just put all of you up here, but your Doberman's not there. I'm gonna leave you up there, Murdoch, because you need to roll your guide and stuff. So.
Yep.
Okay, so you get into a very bland area. Unlike the sleek, sophisticated, modern Chinese sort of construction and architecture of the rest of the building, this one is very utilitarian. And screams of tech, essentially. You can see hundreds of wires going through the walls and the sleek sensor arrays that beforehand would have easily alerted every single response team in the building to your illegal presence here is currently offline and completely dimmed. So it's been 5 minutes. By best guess, you have another 15 minutes before the security alarms, while everything is re-enabled again, and his basic interference with the host is stopped. So it's up to you guys what you want to do from here. But this whole floor seems to be devoted to Matrix security.
There's only one door there, right?
Yeah.
Let's go fast.
Do we need to be on Matrix security, or would like the servers be on the next floor?
You know they're on this floor.
Oh, okay.
You presume they are anyway.
Someone take a look at the door. If there's any casing, let's get it off. Let Kix plug her brain in.
Okay, so there is another AOR sort of RFID code panel being blared from the wall there, and it's asking for a passkey, but you can tell by the way it looks, text that this one is significantly more intricate than the previous ones you've gone in. It also requires a passcode that you do not know to open the door.
Yeah, so Tex gets kind of a look at someone who's like looking at a circular hole but has a square peg, and then he throws a glance to Kix.
Yep.
Moves to the
Curious,
side.
how does the system work with, like, if it's not connected to a host? Does it
Linux
still...
based.
It uses its own
okay.
rating and defenses. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it would still require the correct passcode.
It's a device. It just has no host connected to it. Yeah, and it will still require the password. Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay.
So I presume Amber is like here. And here. Okay.
Alright, I take out my welder and light it, ready to get through the door.
Okay. So Kix, behind the AOR panel being glared out at you that you can all see except Amber, I guess. Who just sees the actual panel. You can very easily unscrew and flip open the panel behind it, and you find the usual matrix circuitry you would expect, as well as a possible interface port for a data jack.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you plug straight into the device. So it's your choice how you want to go with this. You could do a spoof command to simply open it. You could do a control device to physically control the door. So spoof is hacking plus int. Control device is electronic warfare plus int.
Okay, let me see which one I actually have better.
And you swap them around.
Oh, hacking.
Spoof
Remember-
wouldn't work. We don't have a mark on someone
owner.
authorized. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Remember, if you took a hit of psych, you get +1 to your intuition.
Dex, you're a bad influence. All the
I
time
have
you're great
4
with
psych,
drugs.
so yes, I have taken psych.
Okay, well, control device then.
Okay.
Okay, so with an unceremonious, quick, grab of the code, you essentially exploit a very obvious sort of flaw in the system when it's not being controlled by a greater host, and you click the door open. But the door is now stuck unopen. Alright?
Okay. But I could just do the same thing to close it again, right?
Yeah.
So if
As
anyone...
long as you're directly connected to it.
Yeah.
So
Oh shit.
as soon as you open the door, you can see a man in the back who is connected via a data jack to a very large and expensive terminal in front of him, sort of look up and then shout in Cantonese, "Who the hell are you? What are you doing here?"
You just see she
I guess
with a mini torch lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell the guy is reaching for what is definitely a sidearm of some kind.
Alright.
So he just grabs it, points it at you, and says again, "Who the hell are you, and what are you doing here?" in Cantonese.
In Cantonese,
Yeah. So you
I
have no
guess-
idea what he's saying, only
Does
text.
Tex hear that?
Well, if you're beside him, then yeah.
Yeah, so Tex is like just doing a little translation. So you get like in text in the corner what Tex thinks he's saying.
Alright. I guess I will, like, put the mini welder on the ground and then DNI people and say, I'm going to move in. And try and knock this guy out before he gets to do anything. And then, like, wait for confirmation that that is a sound plan.
Everybody okay with this?
Yeah, Kix is silently okay with this.
Giant silently nods.
Alright, so yeah, I put the mini welder on the ground and draw my bow. Yes.
Okay, so as soon as you start to put the mini weld on the ground, the guy who has the heavy pistol pointed at you, just screams something in Cantonese that you can tell Tex is like, "Don't move, stop doing what you're doing."
Guy's nervous.
Is he just really confused as this like torch wielding bow and arrow man is
Yeah.
randomly in front of him?
Yeah.
Who's in the suit and the gas mask as well?
I guess he's the only one you can see because the rest of you are behind a door corner. Yeah.
Actually, change of plan. Shit, never mind.
For the fuck's sake, Giant runs around the corner with his shotgun.
Yeah, I just pull out my bow. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the guy.
Initiative.
Yeah, we'll have to roll initiative. Alright, go for it.
Never wait in front of a door. Oh, that 9. Shit, you know what?
Did you not think the door was going to open?
No, I did. I just was like, yeah, just in case Kix doesn't get this, we'll just like get our way in, like brute force. I guess we want to go silent here, right? Not go loud.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's rolled, yeah?
Yeah, between Murdoch and Tex have to take him down because he's probably going to fire his gun, which will be loud.
Yeah. Fuck it, I'll spend a point of edge to do that, like, first thing.
Seize.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just goes in front of everybody who has the same initiative, right?
How many dice do you roll, She?
1.
You know, you could also spend it to get 4 more dice, but that would only give you, well, that'd be a plus 14 on average. So on average, you'd beat him. And if you do this, you'll only get 1 pass. If you do that and you hit 21 or higher, you'll get 3.
Alright, okay, so...
It's a gamble, because you gotta roll dice for it. You could be like Giant and roll a 4.
So should I just roll 3 more die, yeah? My
Roll
initiative.
4 d6s.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Joss. I know that still brings up a sore.
That was amazing.
I'm weeping right now.
4d6. The initiative, so there we go. 25. There we go. That works. Oh wait, no, that's all my. So take off.
Why didn't you just roll 46?
Yeah,
man?
why didn't you just roll 46?
Oh, sorry.
Just roll 46.
Alright.
Well, that's 11, so he ties the guy.
Oh, we can go with that. So 19 plus 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so Murdoch, your drone is up first.
Are we caring about leaving bodies, or are we going to stun him?
General rule: don't assassinate or innocent office workers.
Yeah.
Okay, well, good thing my rotodrone is full of, what are they called? Flechette
Spunk.
ammo. Yes, and spunk. Flechette covered in jizz.
Oh god.
Have you seen the improvised Rick and Morty scene?
No.
They're like at a con or something, and they just like improvised a scene on stage. And Rick ends up making a instant breakfast machine, and Morty's like, "Yeah, I made some French toast with cum all over them."
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Rick's like, "God damn it, Morty! I didn't think you'd go all the way with that one."
Brilliant. So, I just pop round the corner, and I'm going to fire my... Do that.
Silence door.
Fucking drone zooms in the door and shoots them.
Yeah, I think it's silent.
Well, is it or isn't it?
It is.
Amber goes before fire hit. Okay, well, go ahead and fire them.
Sorry, one sec.
Remember, it's gunnery plus your agility.
Yeah, +1 because I'm insane at the moment. Wow, that's horrendous.
As horrendous as it is, you still hit him. Because he rolled shit on his defense dice. So you get 2 net hits. So what's the damage again? Or are you firing it in a particular way? I can't remember what you were doing.
It's with flechette ammo stun, so.
Okay.
Uh,
So what's the damage?
I'm gonna have to find it again. I didn't open up my Chelma for reasons.
What gun have you
That
got?
gun is 12.
Hey,
Well, I mean, it's a base of 10, and then how many net hits did you get?
AK-98.
And then the flechette adds 2.
And increases armor by 4, is it?
Yes.
So base is 12, 2 net hits, and then it adds 2, so 16 damage. And then he
Base
gets
is 10.
Oh,
Can
base
I-
is 10, okay.
Should
So
I
14
re-roll
damage.
this to make it better?
No, because then you'll do physical damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
The
need,
reason
to,
it
we need
does
to have a
stun-
talk about Flechette being a non-lethal solution.
Yeah, the only
It's
reason
not
it
really
does stun is because it
non-lethal.
raises their armor value beyond your damage value, so it becomes stun. Like, if this guy's not wearing armor, he's in trouble.
Okay.
He is wearing armor, alright. Alright, so let's see.
Yeah, if you do that to somebody in normal clothes, it will just shred them. Right? It's like
Okay, I'll get
shotgun,
gel
shot.
rounds next time.
I mean, it works if they're in armor, right? But one day you're gonna shoot somebody in normal clothes, and they're just gonna become like, a mess.
Fine mist.
Okay, so you almost knocked this guy completely out, but not completely. Alright. So, are you sure that thing has a silencer on it?
I think I got one before.
We put one on it a couple runs ago.
Yeah, because I was like, oh god, not using this again.
Alright. Fair enough.
Yeah, it says it on my Chelma.
Oh yeah, it's a silencer thing. Yeah. Okay. Alright, She, your turn.
Right, I fire a stick and shock arrow at him.
Stick and shock arrow. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Okay, he tries to dodge. He dodges. What a boss. 7 dice, got 4 hits. Okay, so Tex, your turn.
So text moves to there. I will attempt to. Well, I could have my. Well, I didn't say I had it out, so I'll try to quick draw my taser.
Okay.
It's in a quick draw holster. That's reaction plus skill. I quick draw, and then I shoot him with the taser.
Alright, he tries to dodge. 6 dice. Nope, you get him with 2 nut hits.
Oh, that was my quick draw.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, you get him with 3 nut hits.
So he takes 12 stun. It's energy damage with -5 AP.
Okay. You got 5 nut hits. How much stun did you say?
Oh, 5? Sorry, 14 stun.
Okay. Oh, no, you didn't get 5 net hits. You got 3 net hits. He got 5 net hits. How much damage did you do, sorry?
So I did 12 -5, so 7 stun.
Okay. Yeah, so he's out for the count. And by how much overbleed does it turn? It's every 3, is it? Turns out,
Every
does it?
2 becomes 1 point
Yeah.
of physical.
Okay, so that would be 2 physical for him.
And I say stop resisting repeatedly.
Stop resisting.
You're gonna get it again!
Alright, he's
Lay
unconscious.
on your belly!
He's unconscious, and no one used anything that's particularly loud, so everything is hunky-dory.
Move in and like go his weapon, I guess. Do we have shit, I guess we don't have. Does anyone have any cable ties? Or...
I think I do.
Oh shit. Poison.
I have plasteel restraints, which are better.
Yeah, so I ask you, I guess, if we should
So he has a passcode on him. It's definitely a superior one to the one you have, Tex. He also has a heavy pistol on him. It is a... Let me just find it real quick. Yeah, it's a Cavalier Deputy. Okay.
how do you spell that?
You can look it up in Shummer.
Alright. Heavy pistol you said, right?
Yeah.
I'm adding it to the group lead, so yeah.
Okay, and he also has a comlink on him, if you want that. And 2 clips of normal ammo.
You know what comlink it is, or?
Yeah, sure. Give me a sec. It is a Hermes icon.
Alright.
Or a Hermes icon. No, it's a Hermes icon. Okay.
Are either of these doors marked, Warren?
The doors aren't marked, but the AOR readouts beside them display some telling information. These two seem to be power output things. They also mark temperatures and things like that. By the way, as soon as you stepped into this room, the door opened for a few seconds. This room is quite cold. It's a few degrees Celsius colder than the room outside. And judging by the readouts on this door, both of these rooms to the left and right are significantly colder as well. The one in here, definitely all the outlays, the AOR outlays are all about power supplies and things like that. Everything over here seems to be about CPU usage, bitrate, bandwidth allocation, and core temperatures and things like that.
I see.
Gee, did you find passkey on that employee?
I nod my head, and then I guess I come over and open up this door.
Is Hariel here? Or
He has.
Yeah, I am. Sorry.
yeah.
Are you watching the hallway for us?
Yeah, I don't know what you do. Okay, so what do you want to do? Sorry.
I'm opening up this door.
So you're going to use the passkey? Yeah.
Yeah.
The passkey also requires a passcode that you do not know.
Oh shit.
I got this.
I guess I look over at the guy and look at Amber and say, Amber, can you get the information out of him? Like, how long does that actually take? Mind probing people?
An action, I believe.
It's one initiative pass, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think you can grab any useful information from him? If he doesn't,
Couple of
if you don't,
seconds.
yeah,
She
do
rolls
it yourself too much.
I can try.
But while Kix tries to hack this one, there might be more useful things that he has in there.
What's the background count?
The background count in this room is -2.
Are there any vents I could send my fly spies through to see on the other sides of the room?
You can tell if you're of a different tradition, Amber, like I said before, that it's actually a bonus to that tradition if you're in this room and the rest of the building. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Warren, I forgot to mention any furniture I saw on the way.
And
I
I'll
moved
edge that.
slightly and smashed any mirrors.
Alright. Well, you were going up a stairwell, so there wasn't anything. So.
God damn it.
5 hit.
You edged it? Okay.
Yeah, and he resists with willpower plus logic, I believe.
Yeah, give me a sec. Alright. You get 2 net successes?
Let me see what that gives me.
Yeah.
You can read the subject's surface thoughts only.
The subject?
Yeah, the dude you cast the spell on.
Yeah, so you can only read his surface thoughts. So that does definitely not include the passkey.
Well, in the
So-
Whisper
meantime,
into his
Kix will have been
ear.
hacking the door,
What's the
so-
code?
Sorry, what? You both spoke at the same time.
You could try again.
Yeah, you can try again. Or Kix, do you want to try and open the door again? Yeah.
Well, Phil said whisper into his ear, "What's the code?" So
All right.
maybe that'll work. Text
He's not.
in
He's not
Cantonese.
knocked out.
Knowledge again.
Yeah, but like he's still alive, so his
Yeah, but
brain
he's
might still work.
unconscious.
You can't hear when you're unconscious?
2 net successes again.
This isn't giving me much, guys.
It is fine, Kix can hack door.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Kix, same thing as before. You open it up with a quick screwdriver and look inside the panel. It's got some circuitry and a place you can clip a data jack to.
Oh, really? That's not enough, is it?
No, the door throws back some access denied into your brain.
I can just try it again, or...
Yeah, or anyone else can do anything else they want to do, unless you just want to let him try again, or let Amber attempt to mind read again.
Yeah, we'll take turns.
I'll try again
Instead of
with the
using-
pre-edge.
Use pre-edge. Instead of using the door, can we use the panel that he was working on? Maybe that'll do something better for us.
Nope.
That was with pre-edge. Well,
Yeah.
maybe
it
he'll
was.
fail the roll this time. No, 1 net success this time, so even less information. He's thinking about hot dogs.
Well, fuck him.
Yeah, I'd just say Tex, maybe mess with panel he was on. Might be able to figure something out while
Okay.
Kix works on this.
Oh, right.
What do you
said
want me to
text,
do?
I heard kicks.
Just use the terminal he was on, because presumably he was still logged into it.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of hacking dice though.
Do you just throw him on the floor? Get in the seat.
And he's handcuffed, by the way.
Okay. So you're going to attempt to assist Kix, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So he's still logged into it. On a brief glance over the AOR displays in front of you, Tex, it mostly looks like he seems to have been trying to figure out what exactly was going on with the system, and was mostly baffled with it. So he was the equivalent of a matrix spider, is the best way to describe it. And he seems to have been trying to work out what was going wrong with the local system, while attempting to make sure no one could fuck with this one.
Can I find like panel and door access on his terminal?
Everything he does is set up so that every time he basically sends in a command, you need a pseudo key, basically a super user key, if you know what I mean. And you need to use that and then write the command you're doing, so unless you know his codes, you can't do anything.
Were those in his recent memory, if he has to do them every time he does something?
They are in his recent memory, yes. So you know his passcode for his local console, yeah.
What is it? Out of curiosity.
I don't know, man, it's like a hexadecimal thing.
I love dongs.
Yeah, I was just...
Yeah. So you basically like have to type, if anyone's worked with like Linux, you type sudo, then whatever, and then the command. So that's basically what you're doing. So bridging through that, using Amber's thing, if you do a check, you can contribute your dice to Kix if you want to. Try and make it a bit easier.
+1.
Yay. Okay,
Every
so...
little helps.
Kix, I can
Yeah.
hold you up if you need to pass out while you do this.
Maybe you should just pre or post edge it, to be honest.
Pre-edging is like adding my dice.
You add your
like
edge to
dice.
it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'd have 5 because of text is 1.
6 because of psych.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yay, drugs. Oh, ooh, wow.
And you re-roll the 6s.
Okay.
So 2 more dice.
And reroll
You
that
roll
6.
1 more? Yep. Yep. So the door clicks open after your mental combat with its security. And the door skids over to the side. So this is quite an advanced Matrix host room. You can tell the majority of this seems to be archives, though. And it's quite cold in that room. You can tell it's maybe around like 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, so it's quite cold. And very large fans all around the ceiling of the room are constantly pumping cold air into the room.
Looks like what we're looking for then. I guess find the relevant folder and deposit all our information in there.
Plus something that we can take that makes it look like we were here for other reasons, of course.
Yes.
How much time we got left, by the way?
You've spent maybe 8 minutes so far, so you have another 12, give or take.
Can I
There's
see,
also-
Warren, can I see any security camera feeds from this terminal?
No, because the entire Matrix host is completely fucked right now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just double checking.
So, Amber,
Yeah.
you get a weird tug at the back of your mind, and anyone else who's awakened also gets the slight weird tug at the back of your minds, like you're being watched.
Oh, fucking spirits.
I quickly clean up my astral signature.
Okay.
You're the only one that can astrally perceive.
And I astrally perceive. Well, I have to astrally perceive to clean up my astral signature, so...
Go ahead and roll perception.
Sorry,
Perception or sensing?
Perception.
is Firehead not awakened?
Firehead is awakened yet.
Okay.
Can he astrally perceive, though?
I don't think so, because he's an adept.
Yeah, I mean, I'm awakened as well. Like, I'm an adept, but I can't astrally perceive. Because you have to take it as a power, unless you're a magician.
Yeah.
Okay, roll perception.
Okay, so you see something in the room, Amber, that you didn't notice before, and you can tell it's probably only become aware or woken up quite recently. And you can see that these 2 fountains over here are the source of the background count in this room, and they seem to be pooling mana, is the best way to describe it. So they're basically mana fonts. And from the one on the left, you can see this creature is observing you casually, trying to not look like... well, trying to not get your attention, basically. So you can tell it's attempting to hide from you.
I text everyone, there's a spirit of Earth in here, watching us.
Is it manifested, Warren, or is it on the astral?
It's on the astral.
Then why would it be perception and not a sensing?
It's a sensing you.
You told me to roll perception.
I know you're rolling perception for different reasons, okay? It's looking at you, though.
Okay.
I guess.
I stop astrally perceiving.
Okay.
So he doesn't come and punch me in the astral.
Well, let's get on with this.